Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm so excited to show you how I make my gnomes. So I am starting with a slip knot and then I will create 7 more loops. So I have a total of 8. But of course you can make them smaller, bigger, however you want to do it. There are no rights or wrongs in these things. So you just do like kind of small loops, like a finger and a half wide or maybe a little bit smaller. And then you will grab the tail and come underneath, and then you will grab not the loop but right underneath that first loop right there. You pull your working yarn there or the tail through, and that first loop right there, I use those as that's my foot. That's the foot, that's the first foot. So, and then I will create one more right next to it. So right there, you make those loops a little bit bigger because those will be the feet. There you go. And then you have the tail in the middle. So just leave that for now. And you can be super creative. I will show you different ways. It's just, you can do anything with these. Even make them seasonal as I showed you. See, those are the little feet. They are so cute. Anyway, after you have your first 8 loops in your circle for this size gnome, then you will go all the way back to the feet. I will show you how I will do that. So you just go one round. And once you reach the little feet, you will not knit those, but you will knit right above them. See that loop right up there? That's the one I'm using. Just on those 2 feet. And you will continue this row and then a total of 4 rows. And keep your loops kind of tight, close to each other. You don't want your polyfill to show through. Make sure you don't grab the feet, you grab the little loops. And you can literally make these gnomes in less than 30 minutes. They are so easy and fun to make. And I will have the written out description how you do them. So you can take a screenshot later or pause the video and look at it. So once you have your 4 rows total, I don't want to change color right in front. So I change it like, 1, 2, 3, so number 4 loop. So it's sort of kind of in the back, and this way also the hat is lower in the back. But you can change it wherever you want to do it. It's not a big deal. So then you change to the color of your hat. And I used a little thinner yarn for this one. This is from Walmart actually, and it is size 6 instead of the usual size 7. So this pumpkin might appear a little bit smaller, which it is, but this yarn is great if you want to make them small. So after you change the color, you will go 1 row. So you will knit 8 total. And once you are back, then you will purl 2 rows, but instead of purling, I just turn the gnome over, and then I will knit. I'll take the yarn in the back, so I am still knitting, just going to the left this way, and I do 2 rows of purling. Again, keep your loops close to each other. You do 1 more. And that is the rim of the hat. But you can knit them normal. I just like the little texture on the hat. You turn it over again, and now you want to knit 1 row like this. See, that's the little rim right there. And now you will put the yarn back again, because now you will knit 1 row. And you still have your 8 loops for now. But after this 1 row, we will decrease the hat so it will be more pointy. So we will take it in 2 loops, so we will have 6. So I did it with number 3 and 4 and 7 and 8. So I knit 2. And here it doesn't matter if you go right over left, left over right. I like that little curl in the hat, so it doesn't matter which one you do first. And now you will knit 2 more, and then you will do the 7, 8 to do them together and knit both of them. I'll slow it down a little bit so you can see it. So now you have 6 loops. And now you knit 1 row like this with your 6 loops. And then you will decrease again. So we go down to 4 loops. And this time I knit 1. I knit 1, and then I will knit 2 of the loops at the same time, like that. And knit 1. And then 2 loops at the same time. So now you have 4 loops. It's a little bit hard to see maybe, but you have 4 loops left. And now you will knit 2 rows, so that will be a total of 8. And then after that, it is time to decrease again. We want to get down to 2 to create that point. So you just add 2 of the loops in 1, and then the next 2 in 1, and now you have 2 loops. So here I knit 4, so 2 rounds, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now you knit them both, so you have 1 loop left. And that's all. So when you cut your yarn, make sure you have a little bit so you can close it off going down the whole hat. So first you will close off your final loop like we always do. And then I will just weave it right there. It's kind of on the right side of the feet. So you just weave it. It will be a little more reinforcement on the hat. And once you're all the way to the rim, then you will just kind of grab a loop and tie a knot or 2. As I said, there are so many ways to do these gnomes. This is the most easiest way, beginner friendly. Everyone can do it. And I can't wait to see what you create. The colors or the stuff you're using, the decorations, the pearls, the beads, whatever you are using. It's going to be amazing. So I do like to kind of make them a little bit heavy so they will stain better. I have little rocks I am using. I find them at the beach and I will dry them off for a while. Or you can just use regular polyfill, or you can do both. Now that rock is not really, it's a little bit too pointed, but you get the point. Or you can use a little bag of rice, which I would do in this case, or you can do pellets. You can order also on Amazon. So get all this up in the hat. And I had some rice in the freezer. I always like to freeze it this way. There will be no little anything alive. So you can just add to a little bag. In this case, I just use a little Ziploc bag. Just be creative, use what you have, and you can literally do anything. There we go. And then you will just put that in there. And this way they're not falling over and they're a little more sturdy. And they're also great as door stoppers. You can make them a little bit bigger with heavier stuff inside. Just make sure you don't poke the bag so your rice won't fall out. So you can add a little bit of polyfill, or you can just leave it like that. And now it's time to just close it off. So you will grab these big beginner chain loops. And since it's such a small gnome, you don't have to really tighten it as you go, but it should close pretty easy. You just want to make sure you close it off. And if not, you can always go across and just kind of close it off so you can't see the polyfill. Go all the way around, and again you find a little side loop. You would tie a knot or a double knot. I do a double just to be sure, and then you would just stuff that inside the gnome. And make sure you don't use your scissors to do that, because then you might poke your bag with rice and it'll be all over. That's not fun. So now it is time for the beard and the nose. And this is where it is fun to be creative. You can use literally anything. I just cut this little piece. You can measure it. You want to get it all the way up under the hat. And I always put the beard in before the nose. This way it's all the way up to the rim of the hat. It's easier to wedge the nose in there. And the pre-cut beard I bought, they're a little bit too big for this size, so I just decided to use the sheets, and you can buy those at any craft stores, Amazon, dollar store. You can buy it anywhere. So let me show you. My knife is a little bit dull. I do need to get a new one. However, it's okay because you don't want to cut this with scissors because then you are ripping the whole beard look. And go all the way to the bottom. As I said, you just want to kind of rip it very carefully. Do not use scissors for this. Kind of try to spread it as you go with your 2 fingers. And make sure you have something underneath to cut. Or you can even use a cutting board, but don't do it on your table. Be careful when you do this. So once you have the size you want, you will of course have your glue gun ready. So it's just a little piece like that. And you can buy these in any colors. And I like to get it up as close to the rim, like so. You can even make it longer if you want. And these I bought off Amazon. They came with the pre-cut beards. Or you can buy regular wooden beads, or you can make them yourself out of your yarn, make little round noses. And there are different sizes. I have a smaller one here too. You use whichever size you prefer. They're all cute. Look, I kind of want to use the same one as Whimsy Wednesday. So you just find the middle and then you will put the nose right up where the 2 colors are meeting. And once you know where you want it, then you can then glue the beard on. Don't judge my glue gun. It is so old. I love it though, but I do think it is time for a new one. It kind of needs a little help sometimes when I have to change the glue stick. And don't burn your fingers because yes, it gets very hot. And so from this point, you just glue it on as close to the rim as possible and kind of find the middle. And then after this, we can then add the nose. Kind of want to wedge it in there. So you can either do the hot glue right in the middle or you can add it directly to the nose. I do find it's easier to add it to the nose. And you kind of get the beard around it. Look how easy it is. And these guys, they sell so well at the market too. And don't forget to tag me in your gnomes. I can't wait to see them. And then at this point, you can just add whatever you want to add. I'm going to just add a little heart to the nose, to the hat. And then, or you can tie a ribbon around, or whichever you want to do, even beads or whatever. And for the girl gnome, you just cut the beard in two, and then you would just tie a little ribbon around it. So it's the same exact thing, just two long pieces instead of just one long beard. Isn't he cute? I think he is adorable. Look. Oh my goodness. I just love him. And please like, share, subscribe, whatever, and tag me in the gnome. See right here, I just have the two long pieces, and I just tie a little bow around it. So super easy, super simple, be creative, and I cannot wait to see what you are doing. It can be a little tedious here to tie it, but it will work. You can even braid the hair. Or you can use yarn. Just as I said, be creative. Endless ideas for these guys. Look how cute. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you would like for me to try to do next. They are adorable. Cutest little couple. You can pause the video here if you like.